Hi, everybody, and welcome back. Got another loyalty card community chat today, and I am joined by Simon Hayes. Good morning, Simon. How are you?
Good morning, Roy. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I think we were just having a very brief chat off air, and I'm sure everyone else is feeling this at the minute. Fence panels, roofing sort of issues occurring. So, yeah, I hope everybody's safe and nobody's injured. So, Simon, you popped in. I know I wasn't around last week. Apologies about that. And it was a bit fraught when you popped into the office.
Yeah, you're a busy man.
I tend to be. Don't tell people. But why did you come in? Tell the viewers, why did you pop in our office last week?
I'd heard about your scheme, and it just really appealed to me. Doing things for local people and local businesses, just that kind of networking, and just really appealed to me.
Good stuff. So, some of you may remember I did a great community chat, loyalty community chat with Reese, who runs Rept, what do we call it? The Fitness Guru.
Fitness Man, yes, I know Reese. Yes,
man, isn't he?
Yeah,
that's who introduced you to us.
It is.
So already, even though we're in our sort of early days of the loyalty card scheme, this stuff works, doesn't it? And also, when I joined the call with Simon, and I will get another Simon on board, we were just talking about the weather, and you reported a couple of roof tiles. I've already given you a number of our amazing roofer guy. So again, it is just selling.
And that's how it works. Yes, that's what appeals to me. Yeah.
The local business, local people, local support, that kind of thing. So Simon, introduce your company and what do you do?
I'm an accountant, and my company is Accountancy Services. The company is me. If you ring Accountancy Services, it's me you get. I provide accountancy services to anyone from Etsy traders up to, I've got restaurants on my books, coffee shops, builders, laundries, garden room suppliers.
Wow, quite
CIS traders, yeah.
So, and you didn't have a roofer, but hopefully you will.
Yeah, it's one thing. Electricians, plumbers, yeah. But I've got a roofer.
No, fantastic. So, where are you based, Simon? Where are you working from?
I'm working from here, my home, at the moment, and I've got a nice little office underway in the garden, which we're just waiting for the finishing touches on that.
Oh, I look forward to that.
So that's where I'll be moving to in a few weeks' time, hopefully. But yes, I work from home in Ashford.
So how long have you been an accountant for then, Simon?
I've been working as an accountant now for 5 years. Prior to that, I worked my background really from leaving school just too many years ago now. I trained as a chef, worked in hospitality, had my own restaurants. So I know running a business from that end.
And that's the important thing as well, isn't it? I think from an accountant's point of view, particularly where you're positioning yourself, is you can, I suppose, offer business advice. And you already said part of your conversation when you're doing your fitness training with Reese is it's not just about fitness, it's talking business as well. Is that right?
Yes, yeah. I mean, it's just, I'm there now and we have a wide ranging chat, but it's just that experience of actually being there, running a business, understanding costings, the stresses of running a business. You probably know as well, cash flow.
Yeah.
It's yeah, and I can relate to it because I've been there, I've done it. So with my clients,
I think that's the important thing. Is you just said that you can relate to it, can't you? You've been there, you've done it, you bought the t-shirt, probably washed it and replaced it 3 times. So when you came in, you popped in, obviously very keen on the loyalty card scheme. So for anybody that is looking for a good quality accountant, Simon is definitely your man. Simon, so through the loyalty card, obviously we get great discounts for people that hold one of the cards. What are you offering, Simon?
I am offering 10% off accountancy fees for the first year.
Wow.
Yes.
Literally every penny counts for everybody, particularly at the moment. I think as we're all coming out of sort of the whole lockdown and COVID period as such. So that is superb. So if you do have a loyalty card, scan the QR code, give me a day, but I'll get Simon entered onto our amazing list of local people working in and around the Ashford community, and you will get 10% off. So really appreciate that, Simon. That is absolutely fantastic. And as always, just click on the link and you'll get Simon's details. So Simon, I really appreciate that. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. Now, you briefly touched on your sort of background. So as a local man, family, children?
Me and my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, just live here in Willsborough. We've been here in Willsborough now. Oh, how long have we been in Willsborough? 13, 14, 15 years, something like that. Time flies, but yeah.
Where were you before Willsborough, Simon?
In France, with a restaurant in France.
Very nice.
Of all places, yes, yeah.
Wow. So what sort of attracted you to go down to France to be? I mean, obviously, I know sort of France leads the way in sort of cooking and culinary skills and so forth. But what was the reason for going there? What was your motivation?
I don't know. You're only here once, aren't you? And I don't know. Just one of those things. Sometimes it's just you wake up one morning and think, "What shall I do? Shall I?" Yeah. I don't know. It's just one of those things that just you kind of.
Most people decide to either take up cycling, but Simon moved countries. That's
I don't like cycling, so
we're not going to get on now. I love it. No, I'm joking. So let's sort of move it forward again then. So bringing you into account, what sort of made you go into accountancy? What was your kind of motivation there?
It was, I mean, obviously being in hospitality, I mean, that is all about numbers, and that's the side of the business that I really enjoyed is just, you know, sitting down, looking at numbers, the figures, and also just helping people as well, having been through business myself and knowing how stressful it can be. It's just helping other people. And I really love it when I get a startup, and especially young guys, young people, got an idea, want to get business off the ground. It's tough out there. Where do you get funding? Where do you get help? Where do you get advice? Where do you get the knowledge?
The support as well, isn't it?
And the support, and I just love that side of it.
It's interesting because it kind of motivates me doing these kind of chats, because again, it's nice to reach out to the local community, support each other, local businesses, etc. And of course, there's the big companies that will always kind of, I suppose, really be there at the forefront. But without people like you supporting local businesses, local communities, having the chats, and obviously everybody will need an accountant. I mean, I think somebody said to me, there's three businesses that will always be around. One will be, what will they call them? To do with death, isn't it?
Funeral directors.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Brain freeze there on a moment. Funeral directors, accountants, and estate agents. So I'm definitely not going to become a funeral director. I can't add up for toffee, so I'm okay. You've moved into the realm of the accountancy. So how have you found things over the last sort of 5 years that you've been doing it then? What's been your experience business-wise trying to get new business? How'd you get your business off the ground?
It's really most of my business is referrals from clients. I've got a high retention rate. Once people come with me, they stay with me. And referrals, I mean, I've got clients, I've got whole families.
Just doing the right job in the first. And I think that echoes in more local sort of businesses, individual companies. Well, no, we get it. Then people actually realise. I think the power of referral. I think also the power of feedback. Recently, we've just joined again to enter into the Esters, which is hosted by Phil Spencer. So I sent out an email last week and just been absolutely inundated with feedback from clients through the portal there, which is fantastic. I think that's really crucial. I think too often we forget, I suppose, really to praise people when they've done a good job. And I mean that in a public sense. We quite often, it tends to be this keyboard warrior attitude of, they didn't do it right. someone else I know runs a small local business, and she forgot to send out an item in a parcel, and just hadn't within a couple of hours responded to the person. And unfortunately, this other person took to social media and berated her for it. And you kind of think, come on, we're all working this together. Let's be fair. Let's talk. I think it's important to talk about it before you go public, and before you slate people and affect their business. But most difficult thing you're finding at the moment, Simon, what's the biggest challenge in your industry or your business currently?
I don't know really. It's
caught you out there.
Yeah, challenge. The last 2 years have been difficult. Difficult for business in general, and that's.
Have you had a lot of people coming to you for advice to do with, I suppose, things like the bounce back loans and furlough payments?
Yeah, that's what the last 2 years has all been about. It's just helping people get through that, because it's been so confusing. What help is available? What grants are available? And as I was talking about earlier, with people starting up businesses, there's a lot of funding out there, a lot of grants available, but unless you know where to look.
So
I've got quite a nice little data bank of grants that are available, different types of companies, a few contacts, who to contact if you're looking for grants.
I think, I suppose really I always had that, I suppose, vision in my head. I didn't even consider grants and stuff. So that's quite interesting, Simon. That'd be really good for people to look.
There is a lot out there, really is a lot.
I always kind of thought this, you'd have to have X amount of money behind you. And you've either got to get a bank loan from the old school bank manager when you have to go in and you're fully grilled and interviewed and so on and so on. But that's actually, so anybody who's out there at the minute that is either unhappy or has got an amazing idea in their head,
that's my kind of person. I was going to say that's my kind of client.
They really need to talk.
Give me a ring,
don't
contact me. Yeah. Because that's what I love is I've got quite a few young people that have got these great ideas, and it's, where do you start? Where do you get the funding from?
Who can they turn to? Who can they talk to? Who's got the real life experience of it?
Yeah. Going to the bank, but a lot of people aren't on the property ladder, so they haven't got that equity in their property that they can release to start a business. Getting funding, getting help, getting advice. That's my kind of client. I love that.
So if anybody's out there,
what I really get out of it.
Yeah. So anybody out there that is, I suppose, really worried that they're not going to be able to get the funding, or haven't got the money, or they haven't got bank and mum and dad to support, or anything like that, is the first call they need to make is to Simon. It's that simple.
That's right. Yeah.
You're going to get inundated with phone calls this afternoon. You do realise this, don't you? That's the idea, isn't it? And it's, I think, your initial advice, I would assume, Simon, you're quite happy just to have a chat with someone and then
have a chat. Yeah. Just give me a ring. I don't charge £30 for a phone call. No, I just give me a ring.
And that's the other big worry.
Have a chat.
I think people get concerned that people are going to laugh at them, and I know I've gone through that whole scenario. I think sometimes you get called, it's classed, I suppose, really under the banner of the imposter syndrome, where kind of people are always worried that they don't know enough, and people will just look down on them and berate them, and kind of like the old school kind of head teacher type thing. And you get shot. Well, I shouldn't say that, it's just a bit unfair because there's great head teachers out there. But I think the experiences we've had in the past, many of us, is very much, I suppose, you just get shut down too quickly.
Yeah, and what you were saying there is, what is the saying they say about the only stupid question is the question you don't ask. Just ask.
Have you got the lottery numbers?
Stupid question.
So, for all the viewers out there, just to recap, Simon, local guy, great guy, more than happy to have a chat, which I think is really important, particularly at the moment where a lot of people are spreading their wings. Unfortunately, many people have obviously, I suppose, suffered on the employment line at the moment with what's happened through COVID and sort of cutbacks from companies, etc. But if you have got an idea in your head, or you've got a particular, I suppose, set of skills that you want to go out on your own and utilize, but you don't know where to start and you don't know how to fund it. And maybe you do need some tools, sort of, I don't know, a budding gardener or somebody, or I don't know, a builder or a carpenter, anything like that. And you've been working for somebody and you've been quite happy doing that, but you now want to spread your wings. Simon is definitely the man to start the conversation with.
Yeah, I can give you advice on, as we've been talking about, grants and funding, the best vehicle for your business, limited company, sole trader, accountancy software like Xero, QuickBooks, provide training to use that.
Yeah.
And just my experience of being in business all these years.
Yeah, and I think again it's that there's loads more that's coming out that from that conversation, or that sentence you've just given there, and it's teaching people to. This stuff isn't really rocket science. It's just, if you don't know, it can be daunting. It can seem really quite frightening. And I think it can put a lot of people off going into business. I find it, particularly talking to different agents throughout the UK, a little bit frightened about going on their own, and they'll jump in on a franchise, which can kind of work, but it's still not working for yourself, really. And I think that there's so many people out there that would do so well, and particularly with your support, Simon, and 10% off your fees for the first year, which is fantastic. Can I just make a note on that? That's not going to be 10% off your tax bill. This is just off Simon's professional fees. So otherwise, you definitely switching. You could do all mine if you can get me 10%
Yeah,
off.
you need to talk to someone else about that.
Yeah, and HMRC may go, no,
yeah.
But I don't quite think we'll get them on the loyalty card scheme. That would be a bit of a coup.
No. Oh, Simon, no, I'd sign me up.
So don't forget, guys, just grab one of our loyalty cards, come in the office, or if you've got one already, just scan the QR code. It'll take you through. Simon's Accountancy Services. Again, Simon, just give us your telephone number, best way to contact you.
Best way to contact me is on my mobile, 07902 232 195.
And that's Simon at Eco Accountancy Services. I got that right, didn't I? I was cheating rereading the business card there. I do apologise, but honesty is the best policy, apparently. I was always taught. It's been a real pleasure, Simon. Thank you so much indeed. I think what I'd like to do is in a couple of months, just catch up, see how it's reacted for you. Just listen to maybe some of the conversations you've had with people that have been looking to set up their own business. And sort of just get better and better at what they're doing, and yeah, it'd be fantastic. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Roy, for your time. Thank you very much.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.